Hello friends, it's Kathy Clement with Kathy by Design, and I'm here today as part of the last minute gift giving blog hop, and I have a great idea for a handmade gift that takes about 15 minutes to make. It seems like no matter how hard you plan, you always end up with someone you forgot to buy a gift for, and if you're like me, at that point you go for a gift card. So this little pop-up gift card is a really fun way to present your holiday gift card. It's got a really classy design. I used Graphic 45 Christmas Carol Christmas papers, and you open it up, and how fun is that? And the inside is a pop-up, and it's got an envelope in the center where you can put your gift card. I've just tucked one of the little ephemera cards from the collection into this little mini envelope, and I'm going to show you how to make these today. So you will need the 8x8 Christmas Carol papers. You will need one sheet of 8.5 by 11 craft cardstock. You will need a scoring tool. You will need some score tape. You will need scissors. You will need glue, ribbon, and flowers if you want to add those. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to bring my scoring tool in. I took a sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock, and I cut it in half on the long side, on the 11-inch side, to create a 5.5 by 8.5 inch card base. Then you put the long side on your scoring tool. Bring this down into the frame, and you score it at 4 1/4, and this forms your card base. I like to work with craft cardstock. You can use red, you can use green, you can use whatever color coordinates with your paper collection. So this is the first step. The next step that we're going to do is we're going to create the little pop-up mechanisms. And to do that, you're going to want to use some of your designer paper, and you're going to cut it to measure 5 1/4 inches wide by 5 1/4 inches tall by 4 inches wide. And then you're going to put it on your scoring tool as we did before. I've already added my score tape here, but you're just going to score it at 1. Oops, let me bring this down into the frame. You're going to score at 1, 2, and 3. And then we're just going to fold these. Put your score tape as you fold them. You see it's going to form this little box. This is going to be your pop-up mechanism. And you need 2 of these because your gift card is going to go in between the 2 pop-up mechanisms and pop up. So you want to use score tape or red line tape, really good strong adhesive. You're going to run a piece of score tape on this first flap and then on the last flap right at the fold on each of these papers. So just set those aside for now. And we're done with our scoring tool, so I'm going to move that out of the way. And we're going to begin building our card on the inside because it's easier to get the pop-up mechanisms if you have a perfectly flat surface. So just open your card up, and on the inside I've pre-cut my panels here just in the interest of time, and I've used this teal snowflake paper, and we're just going to glue that in place on the top. This is cut to measure 5 3/8 inches by 4 1/8 inch, and I used a lot of scraps, so you'll notice that some of my papers look a little short on one side, but don't worry about that because the pop-up mechanism is going to cover that up. So just put that in and kind of burnish it. Then on the bottom, then I used a piece of this pretty striped paper because I like how it looks, and it kind of breaks up all that blue. And you see this is a little short, but you'll never see that on the final card. So just glue this on the back. And I forgot to measure how wide this is. Hold on, I'll grab a ruler and I'll tell you. It doesn't really even matter. I mean, this literally was a scrap, and I went, oh, that would fit. But just for your reference so that you know, let me grab a ruler. And this measures, okay, it's just about 3 3/4 inches wide. And of course it's going to be about 4 1/4 inches tall. All right, so there's that. Then I took one of the little images from the 8x8 pad. I thought this was fun. This is a masculine version of the first one. The first one was kind of the feminine version. I'm just putting glue on the back of this. And then this is going to go right here. I like this picture of Scrooge coming into the door. That's good for this masculine card. Just burnish that down. Then on the bottom, I use these dancers. And again, I'm just going to add some glue. When you're working with liquid glue, the trick is you don't have to use a lot. You can see I put very little on there. And then we're going to line this up just below the fold. And if we get the top and the sides right, the bottom should be right too. This is why I work with liquid glue. I can pick that up. That wasn't quite where I wanted it to be. It's hard to do on camera because you can't hold your head directly over your paper. There, that's better. Now you see how this is a little bit short? I took another little scrap from the collection to just finish off that border. I'm going to add a little glue. Glue this down. So this is a great way to use up your scraps, and it's really fast. All right. And then I have this little chipboard tag that says the Spirit of Christmas Present. It's a little play on words, a little pun action, and we're just going to glue that right down there. Now we're going to put our pop-ups in, and you'll see on this one I messed up. So, but it's all good. So what I want you to do is fold your pop-up mechanism in half. Then on the open end, peel off your score tape or your adhesive, whatever you're using. And you want to line this up just above your center fold in your card, and then just burnish it down. Okay? Now, with it still folded in half, remove your other tape, and we're just going, I'll do it this way, we're going to fold the card shut and burnish it. We open it up, and there it is. Isn't that cool? And now we're going to repeat this. Oh no, before we do the second one, you want to add your little gift card. So I have this cute little craft envelope that I found in my stash. It measures about 4 by 3, no, 2 3/4. And I'm going to take my little cutter. I'm going to cut the flap off because we don't need the flap. And I pre-cut, get that out of the way. I've pre-cut a piece of designer paper that's going to fit right over there very nicely. And I'm just going to glue this down. And I want the front side. And hold on, I forgot my hole punch. 1 second. Then I have a little circle punch. And I'm going to find the middle. And cut a thumb hole. I think I might want to go a little bit deeper. I want to go just about a half circle there. So let me punch that again. Only that time it doesn't want to go. There we go. And this becomes the little gift card holder. Isn't that fun? And that's going to go in the center here. So I'm going to take my 1/2-inch score tape. We know that our pop-up mechanism is 1 inch high. So if I run 2 pieces of score tape along the back side of our little gift card envelope, it's going to fit perfectly. Just trim off this little edge. Okay. So peel off the score tape. And we want to find the center. That looks pretty good. And then to stick this, I just take my bone folder and burnish it in there to get that nice and stuck. Very cool. And now our little postcard fits right inside, and that's where you can write your greeting. I liked this one, this little celebrate the season, and these are all, like I said, from Christmas Carol. So that fits right down in there. And then just to decorate this a little bit, I took a strip of this stripy paper, and I'm just going to a little bit raw edges here. I'm just going to ink that up. All right. And we're just going to glue this right here. And then this is from the Pockets and Tags. This is just one of the cute little tags. It says greetings. I'm going to add this right here. And you want to go up. Actually, I need to move that up a little bit. It's not, I want to make sure, don't worry about that. No one's going to see that. I want to make sure it's up high enough that my other pop-up won't cover it. So I'm just going to move that up. That's why I like to work with liquid glue. You can change your mind if you have to. Yeah. So that's a better position for that. Can you see that? There you go. All right. So now bring in your other pop-up, fold it in half, remove the tape, and this one we're going to go, make sure I have this right. Okay. This one, we want to come right here and line it up, burnish it down, peel off our tape, fold it in half like we did before, and then we're just going to fold that and burnish it, and voila, there's our pop-up. So the inside of our card is all done. Pretty easy, really cute. Now we'll do the front, and we're most of the way finished. So for the front, I cut 2 panels of designer paper, and I want this blue one on the bottom. You can see I kind of went with the theme of these dancers at the party. I'm going to put my teal piece over on this side, line it up nice and even, burnish it down. Then I'm going to take this piece, add my glue to the back, and line that up nice as you please. And then I took this really fun Dickens guy. I like him. He's so jolly. And for him, I want to use a, oh, not that one. hold on. I'm going to use one of my corner chompers to just add a little bit of a decorative edge, decorative corner. So I'm just going to very quickly crop out these corners. Add my glue to the back. That's so jolly. I love it. Okay, and at this point, we're going to add our ribbon closure. And let's see, how do we want this to go? So if this is here, yeah. Okay, so flip it over. Take your 1/2" score tape, and this one's just a little bit different than the other one. And we're going to run it from the bottom edge in a straight line to the top edge. Trim it off. This blog hop, you want to make sure you check it out. It's put together by my Graphic 45 teammate, Ina Kessler. And we've all chipped in together. There's a $100 gift card for some lucky person who leaves a comment on one of the blogs. So if you visit my blog, kathybydesign.com, you'll find all the hop information there. So I think I want my ribbon. I think that's good. And I just put the score tape to hold it on the back because the bulk of the inside makes this want to not close. And I'm just going to do a very quick ribbon closure here. And okay, so here's my left, here's my right. Right over left and under. Pull it straight at a 90-degree angle. Then come back with the one that's on the bottom. Form your loop. Fold the top one in half. Come around your loop. Pull it through. And I'll just fluff it. You have to turn this guy back because we folded him in half, but you just make him cooperate with you. All right. Even it up. That looks good. I bring in my ribbon scissors. Cut a tail here. Cut a tail here. That looks really cute. And like I said, I went with more masculine ribbon on this one. But I love this burgundy and gold with this paper. This is from Really Reasonable Ribbon. And there's our bow. I fuss with my bows for a long time. I'm probably driving you crazy. Sorry. So there we go. Good enough. And then I'm just going to take my little tag. And I'm going to punch out the hole on the left. Showing ribbon through it, tie just a basic knot. Trim the tails. These are simple enough. It's always harder to do something like this when you have to explain it. But once you've made one of these or two of these, you'll be able to rip right along, and you could even set up an assembly line. The kids could help you do these during Christmas break. Get your last minute gifts made. And then I'm just going to add glue to the back of my chipboard. I'm going to tuck it right here. Oops, get that tail out of there. And there you go. Done. And that didn't take very long. I think these are really cute. You could make them in all different styles. But there you have it. Last minute gift giving idea, Graphic 45. happy holidays, and thanks for hopping with me. Go get your craft on.